Coming up on UIWtv, it's Lent season. What are you giving up for Lent? The film club has a fresh take on an old classic. And finally, a traditional handshake line turned into an all-out brawl. All that and more on UIWtv.
Hello and welcome back to UIWtv. We're here to bring you all the latest in news, entertainment, and sports. I'm Emily Reyna.
And I'm Matthew Faltich, and we're going to start straight off today's broadcast with some serious news. A former UIW professor is out on bond after allegations of possessing child pornography. UIWTV's special correspondent David Peters poured through court documents and spoke to the investigators about the case. What do you have for us, David?
Thanks, Matthew. Imagine coming to class and sitting in a room without even knowing that your professor was keeping a secret the whole time. That's exactly what happened to UIW students in the animation and gaming design class with former UIW professor Troy Mishler. 40-year-old Troy Robert Mishler is facing third-degree felony charges after investigators say they found over 100 photographs and 9 videos of child pornography on one of his home computers. According to the Live Oak Police Department, Mishler confessed to church members while attending a church conference in Nebraska last fall in November. Now, I wanted answers behind these allegations, so I sat down with lead detective Jason Andrada from the Live Oak Police Department.
He went to church and he made these statements that were suspicious to them, and it made them report it to Nebraska's Child Protective Service Bureau or whatever they have up there. And they reported it down to us, or to CPS here in Texas, and CPS stopped by and made a report with us, and then from there we followed up.
Now, Mr. Mishler was a gaming professor at the University of Incarnate Word from August of 2019 to January of 2024.
A UIW spokesman did issue the following statement on behalf of the university. Troy Robert Mishler is no longer employed by the University of the Incarnate Word, as this is an ongoing investigation being conducted by local law enforcement. The university will have no further comment on the case. With there being allegations of Mishler possibly breaking a firewall and having child pornography on his UIW work-issued laptop, I reached out to UIW spokesman Michael Valdez, and he sent me this. After extensive forensic analysis and detailed review of university information security logs, there currently appears to be no evidence that Mishler breached a UIW firewall.
We're still investigating the laptop, so, and because it's an active investigation, if later on our investigation takes us to where we do find some more evidence to where it falls in the jurisdiction of the University of Incarnate Word, then the University Police Department will be notified so that they can take whatever actions that they can take at that point.
Now, court documents show Mishler made a $125,000 bond and is currently out of jail. He is on full house arrest, has a no contact order in place, and is not allowed to have firearms. He is currently awaiting indictment. UIWtv was at Mr. Mishler's pretrial hearing on February 6th. The judge did advise me that his hearing will not take place till his actual indictment. Now, I will continue to follow the case and bring you the latest on any new developments.
Thank you, David. Moving on to the UIW Library. UIW has been selected for the All of Us research program. This privilege from the National Institutes of Health gives UIW libraries access to the All of Us Researcher Workbench platform. It serves as an informational database with the latest studies in medicine and health. Campus library staff are being trained to teach users the program. River Aid San Antonio hosted the 29th annual Basura Bash. Isabel Lara tells us how volunteers came together to keep the city clean.
Every spring, San Antonio River coordinates for a significant mission, the Basura Bash. For over 25 years, volunteers have come together to clean the San Antonio watershed, ensuring our waterways remain clean. This year is no exception.
Our office was able to get almost 150 volunteers just for this specific part of the creek that we're at. but there are thousands of people all across the city helping to pick up trash, even in this really cold weather.
Whether it's District 1 or District 10, we're looking for an opportunity to help with the environment.
The Basura Bash isn't just about cleaning up trash. It's about protecting our environment and preserving the beauty of San Antonio for generations to come. The focus today is on the Latin Greek. Basura Bash efforts extend beyond this district, engaging communities across San Antonio. Volunteers eagerly join forces determined to make a difference in the local ecosystem.
We're in Texas, and our phrase is "Don't mess with Texas," don't litter here. So for us, it's important because this is like our backyard. The communities here, this is their backyard, and it's important that we help clean it up.
To stay engaged and learn more about Basura Bash, explore San Antonio River social media platforms and websites. There, you can find opportunities to become a volunteer and connect with fellows. For UIWtv, I'm Isabel Lara.
The Basura Bash is a one-day event and anyone is welcome to volunteer. Visit basurabash.org to register next year. This past Ash Wednesday started the season of Lent for those of the Catholic faith.
Lent is a time to reflect and hit the pause button and think about God's unconditional love.
During this time of the liturgical year in the Catholic Church, we are called to celebrate the sacred season of Lent, wherein which we are asked to give things up for 40 days.
I personally gave up meat for Lent.
So Lent in the Catholic tradition and also other Christian traditions is a time of penance, of prayer, of fasting, really a time of transformation for our hearts and for our faith lives.
Lent lasts for 40 days because there is a significance to the number 40.
The number 40 is associated with trials and tribulations, and as we hear in the first Sunday of Lent, Jesus went out to the desert for 40 days and 40 nights to pray before beginning his public ministry.
The season of Lent will end on Easter Sunday. If you'd like to know more or get involved, visit the campus ministry office at AD 147 or email at ministry@uiwtx.edu. For UWTV, this is Juan Rivero.
If you would like to attend, there is noon Mass every Monday through Thursday in Our Lady's Chapel.
Well, UIW made major improvements in its online programs. According to the U.S. News and World Report, UIW's bachelor's degree program rose from rank 104 to 57 in the 2024 Best Online Programs list. In the category for online bachelors for veterans, UIW also rose from rank 61 to rank 38. This shows UIW's commitment to educate the community. Well, the UIW Welcome Center is open now to both high school students and their parents to tour the campus and experience what it means to be a Cardinal.
The University Welcome Center provides tours to students and parents to help familiarize the potential student with the structure of the campus and life of a Cardinal.
It's been really awesome, not only in terms of having a wonderful, sleek, new space to welcome students and families in, but to have it be in the Student Engagement Center is such a massive advantage.
The Welcome Center opened its doors on February 27th, 2023, and with it brought jobs for current students eligible for work study.
We're always looking for more tour guides and more students to work for the Office of Admissions. The biggest strength of our student employees is the diversity, not only in terms of backgrounds, but academic majors, their interests, career fields.
The students give help with tours and Cardinal Weekend, which provides prospective students with an insight to life on campus.
Some activities, they'll do bonding time with the other students since they're all high school seniors. They don't know each other. We get to do activities with them so they can bond with each other and get to know each other. They can trust each other. And then after that, they'll go up to the dorms, sleep the night.
With UIWtv, I'm Henry Brown.
If you would like to learn more and apply for a work-study position, the Welcome Center is located on the first floor of the SEC building. And you can also visit jobs.uiw.edu. Well, the Dossium launched their newest exhibit, Mission Astronaut, to simulate space missions and STEM challenges. Danelle De Jesus is live at the scene with more.
Thank you so much. I'm here with Meredith Dobie, Chief Creative Officer and Exhibit Lead of the Mission Astronaut exhibit here at the San Antonio Museum. Meredith, thank you for being with us here today.
Yeah.
What is the Mission Astronaut exhibit?
So we'll all be looking to the skies on April 8th, right, for the Great Solar Eclipse. So we wanted to do an exhibit all about space. And really, it's looking at the future of space exploration. So they'll be decommissioning the ISS in the future, and so we really want to ask children, what is the future? What does it look like? So we have opportunities where you can pack for space, you can kind of navigate a space capsule, you can control a robot, you can use space gloves to try to work on the exterior of the spaceship. So really getting a chance to see what it would be like as an astronaut, and then maybe, you know, what's the future? You could build maybe a Mars habitat, for example.
Well, I see a lot of baby astronauts here around us today. What is the age limit for this exhibit?
So there's actually no age limit at all. We really try to make any of our exhibits good for children of all ages. So we make it really fun for the adults and the children. I've seen a fair number of dads working for hours trying to dock that space capsule, so that will definitely happen as well.
Why is it important for young children, parents, and anybody in the community to know about STEM and space exploration?
So we're all about the future, right? The future holds many challenges and many opportunities, and ultimately we'll need STEM skills in order to meet those challenges. So, as the Children's Museum, we're really thinking about the children as the future. So looking at things like climate change, space exploration, how can you develop certain STEM skills to meet those challenges and open up new possibilities?
And finally, one last question. Would you survive as an astronaut?
You know what? I do not think I would. I see the videos here of them floating upside down, trying to eat and things, and it just makes me nauseous looking at it. But I do hope that some kiddos will come out here, and maybe we'll have some future astronauts who started here from San Antonio and go up into space.
Well, thank you so much, Meredith, for being with us today. If you or your family wants to come here and visit this wonderful exhibit, please stop by from now until April 28th. For UIWtv, I'm Janelle DeJesus. Back to y'all in the studio.
Thank you so much, Janelle. If you would like to buy tickets for you or your siblings, this exhibit is available until April 28th. Visit thedocium.org/admissions for more information. And speaking of admissions, Emily, when's the last time you went to a children's museum?
Oh goodness, it's been such a long time. But I went to the one that was in Dallas. It was such a fun experience.
That's great. I had one when I lived in the Rio Grande Valley. It was called IMAS, and it had a piece of a satellite on it, like in the middle of the exhibit. It was such an amazing experience as a kid.
Oh wow, that's so fascinating.
Hopefully I can visit that and many more attractions in the Rio Grande Valley for spring break.
Yes, definitely. Well, of course, we can't talk about making spring break plans without discussing the weather first. Lauren Orozco is back with this week's forecast.
Hello, I'm Lauren Orozco reporting live here at the University of the Incarnate Word with this week's forecast. As we can see, clouds have rolled in, creating an overcast sky across the northeast area. The current temperature stands at around 58 degrees, and also we can anticipate rainfall due to the dark and low clouds. But as the day progresses, we'll still be experiencing mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, and later in the evening, things will cool down to 40 degrees. But despite this cloudy day today, we're looking forward to some warmer weather tomorrow.
Friday, we can see the clouds are finally allowing the sun to break through, bringing in some of those warmer temperatures. Looking ahead to Saturday, we're in for a beautiful day with lots of sunshine and temperatures soaring to a high of 80 degrees. However, as we transition into Sunday, expect consistent temperatures accompanied by a high percentage of more showers. So be sure to have your umbrella ready if you plan on being outdoors. Moving into Monday, the forecast points to potential morning thunderstorms, so it is strongly advised to take necessary precautions, as this thunderstorm is expected to bring heavy rainfall, potential lightning, and strong winds. Luckily, by Tuesday, the rain is expected to clear up, offering a bright and sunny day with the high of 74. And later in the evening, a cool breeze will bring on cooler temperatures to a low of 42 degrees. Lastly, as we reach Wednesday, anticipate the disappearance of the sun as clouds return.
Thank you so much for joining me here for your weather updates. For UIWtv, I'm Lauren Orozco. Back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Lauren. The weather has definitely been unpredictable lately, so it's nice to see what we can expect. On that note, let's turn it over to our social media question of the week. This time we asked, what are you doing for spring break? We'll circle back to our viewer responses after the show, but don't go anywhere just yet. UIWtv will be right back.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
You are watching UIWtv.
Glad to see you back. I'm Case Victoria, your entertainment insider for the day. Theater students collaborated to create TASO, a fundraising event to help grow their beloved department.
Theater students are taking proactive steps to ensure the health of their program. These students are driven by their passion for the performing arts.
No, you should have seen the size of. We're having a Valentine's Day fundraiser for the Theater Arts Student Organization. This is also our first event of the semester.
Homemade treats made with love, such as brownies, cookies, and Shakespeare cards were sold.
Going to TASO and other theater organization events is super helpful for us, spreading the word and spreading our love for theater, but also just doing things as going and supporting our shows.
Theater provides entertainment and enjoyment, allowing viewers to expand their imagination and enjoy creative works of art. Supporting theater students ensures that the stage remains a platform for diverse voices and perspectives to be heard, fostering a more inclusive and empathetic society.
I'm super passionate about theater because it unifies communities and just brings people together in such a positive way.
I'll steal a goat. I swear to God I will.
Whether on stage or behind the scenes, these students are the future of the arts, and we can help champion their talents and aspirations. For UIWtv, I'm Nimsi Manduhan.
Thank you, Nimsi. Stay tuned for more updates on plays and fundraisers to support our theater department. Aspiring directors, cinematographers, actors, and editors are gaining hands-on experience through the University of the Incarnate Words Film Club. We had a chance to visit one of the club's meetings to see their creative process and firsthand.
Actually, it's not.
The UIW Film Club allows students to develop their cinematic skills outside of the classroom. Club President McKenna Mosigamba, a communication arts major, leads the group this semester.
Film is definitely a way I can tell a story, and I want to be able to tell a story on any platform and help people also tell their story. And I feel like as of now, like in my current place of life, Film Club is a way I can do that.
They write, shoot, direct, and edit short films with aspirations to one day work in the industry. McKenna loves the creative process and bringing stories to life through film.
Really, you don't have to know anything, but kind of have a love for learning and wanting to be there. We kind of go everything from like the beginning of the scripts, the outlining, the film process, editing. We're kind of just the whole package.
A director's vision is brought to life through the pre-production stage, including early brainstorming sessions. From script to screen, Film Club fosters a home for aspiring filmmakers.
Then we have hopefully 2 short films, for sure 1 short film, called Involuntary Hours, which is kind of inspired by The Breakfast Club, and it's really cute.
Film Club provides a welcoming environment where writers and beginners alike can exchange ideas and learn from one another. Making films is just one aspect of the UIW Film Club. They're also building a community one frame at a time. For UIWtv, this is Natalie Lopez.
UIW Film Club is your platform if you have a story to share. If you're curious about filmmaking, you can join by searching for film on UIW Engage. The Cardinal Singers class has been making music for years, and UIWTV's Matthew Falatich sat down with the conductor of the group, William Gockelman.
Some people would consider these sounds to be coming from heaven, but they're not. Rather, they're coming from UIW's Cardinal Singers, led by Professor William Gockelman.
Choir is fabulous because I get to teach the students, but I also get to do music, and which is my passion, of course, and choral music is my passion. So getting to do all those things wrapped up in one it's a win-win.
It's not just music conducting that brings joy to William Gockelman. It's also bringing together different sounds from both music department students and others around the campus.
One of the great things is taking all these individual students with their individual voices that are all different and have all different colors to their voices and different timbres, and it's really rewarding finding ways to bring those different vocal timbres together.
It's been a great start to 2024 for both the Cardinal Singers and Cardinal Chorale, with both recording music for the film Phoenix Fire. And they're not done yet with a performance at a local church for their weekly concert series.
I think hopefully they'll be able to take away something that will lift them up that day, give them some positive energy. It's the best that we can hope to do is maybe get people thinking about something, but in a creative, constructive way.
Matthew Falatich, UIWtv.
The Cardinal Singers will be performing tomorrow at 12 p.m. at St. John's Lutheran. Crew Life invites students to Mass every Thursday in the SEC, where they can meet new people and participate in engaging activities. I had recently had a chance to attend one of them. Let's cut to that right now.
Be the real world changer, the person who lays down their life promoting the greater good.
Here at UIW, Pastor Roderick Barnes holds a sermon for students discussing the story of Samson. A story which explains that just because you are gifted with power, you should not abuse it. Rather, use it for God's will and not for self-gain.
He's super fast, he is super strong, and his intelligence, not because he wants to use it to help you, he's just really bright, and the only time he uses it when he is being petty.
Yeah, it's literally every day I'm doing something with crew. I'm leading Bible studies, in Bible studies, what else, like worship nights and things like that, and then just coming for a lesson, hanging with friends, like it's helped for sure.
Let's go, right? Thank you, Christian.
Crew is a unique campus organization open to all students. They hold meetings in the Student Engagement Center to discuss activities in religious context. Crew offers mentorship and studies to students to create bridges with others for gospel conversations to introduce them to Jesus Christ.
It just provided a place where I can just meet, hang out with friends, and get to know people more. It's always on my mind.
Crew holds meetings every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. For more information, email Sarah Munn at munn@student.uiwtx.edu. For UIWtv, I'm Case Victoria. Valentine's Day may be over, but the Love is Self-Care event is here to show what love truly is, and it's deeper than you may think.
Students at UIW have a good grasp of love, but they may not know that love for oneself is just as crucial. Feeling that satisfaction could be hard, but there are multiple ways to obtain it. Techniques include meditation and inner peace.
So we were asked by Dr. Sanchez to come and just talk a little bit about self-care. And so we kind of came here just to kind of help them understand what self-care is, right? Why it's important to take care of yourself, to prioritize, your needs and make sure that you're in a good place physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Meditation and relaxing is important in relieving stress. It also helps give students a sense of unity for oneself. And with this event also comes some food to help unwind further. Students enjoyed pizza and salad as a way to satisfy their hunger and nerves as well.
We thought this was a good opportunity to kind of just provide the students some tools and techniques that they can use, as they kind of progress through the semester.
Allowing some self-reflection is something many students need often in their everyday lives. This event opened their mind and give them a much-needed sense of peace and tranquility.
And also guide them through a mindfulness meditation technique that really helps to kind of get people in a good mental state so that they can utilize self-care.
For UIWtv, I'm Ben Sacchetti.
Thank you, Ben. I'm so glad there are more people out there promoting self-love. Now, St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner, and our UIW president, Dr. Evans, and his wife have planned an inaugural Cardinal Cell Ditch. This event is in celebration of the Irish heritage of the Sisters of Charity here at the Incarnate Word.
Celebrate being together, celebrate being in community, and to celebrate all of the heritage. But in this case, we're celebrating the Irish heritage of the Sisters of Charity, the Incarnate Word.
And how we all want to be a little bit Irish on St. Patrick's Day, right?
Turn the Sky Room into an Irish pub on March 7th. There will be many activities, including a live Irish band, food, and games. There will be also an alcoholic beverages for people over the age of 21. If you're interested in attending the event, you can pre-register at the events at events.uiw.edu/event/cardinal_celldit. Students are also asked to bring their student and government ID to verify their age. The UIW Wind Ensemble had their first concert this past Sunday, featuring the San Antonio Community College Wind Ensemble.
The UIW Wind Ensemble is a concert band offered here on campus to both students and members of the community. Nuevas Villaseñor III served as their band director for the first time.
So I would say about 85% of the people that are in the band are UIW students. The rest are mostly members that are feeling maybe some instrumentation that we may not have, and so collectively we come together and put on a full, well-instrumented ensemble.
UIW music majors have had a variety of ways to participate by orchestra, chorale and cardinal singers, jazz ensemble, and more. The students in this ensemble have had a lifelong passion for music.
Many students come from high school music programs before they come here, and this is going to be probably the closest to most relatable experience they've had growing up.
Didn't start playing trumpet until 6th grade in middle school, and ever since then it's just been a lovely relationship with music.
UIW partnered with the San Antonio Community College Ensemble to share the same stage together, spending countless hours practicing the music to play at a professional level.
We've only had this music for like 5 weeks now, and just hearing from how it sounded in the beginning to now is like, this is showcasing how quickly we can showcase excellence.
For UIWtv, I'm Aiden Matthews.
The UIW Chamber Winds will have a concert on March 8th in the Diane Bennett Concert Hall. The next UIW Wind Ensemble concert will take place April 21st in the same location. McKenna Makajemba is back to bring us another music in a minute.
Welcome to Music in a Minute, where I bring you all the latest hot goss of the music world. We're starting off by laying our cards down, as Beyonce's Texas Hold'em was first aired during a Verizon commercial in Super Bowl 58. The song reached number 50 last week on Billboard's Country Airplay chart and is currently still rising. You can't stop his fans' feelings. Justin Timberlake announced his new single, Drown. He first teased the song on Instagram, where he played the piano and sang a snippet of the emotion-filled song. The song dropped just last week, and it has his fans drowning in their feels. Fans must have been voting all 7 days a week, because just last week, Jungkook became the first ever Asian to dub Male Artist of the Year award at the People's Choice Awards. His fellow nominees include well-known artists like Drake, Bad Bunny, The Weeknd, and finally, Post Malone. Well, that's it for Music in a Minute. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, McKenna. Me personally, I'm not a fan of BTS, but I gotta love New Jeans. Still filmmakers are looking for actors. The Communication Arts Producing and Directing class will be holding auditions on Tuesday, March 5th at 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Students of all majors are welcome to audition. If you are interested, find a flyer near you. Speaking of filmmaking, Kyle is back with the final cut.
Welcome back to The Final Cut. I'm your host, Kyle Hayden, and in today's episode, I'll be talking about Madame Web, which released on Valentine's Day in 2024. Despite being a Marvel film, Madame Web is not part of the MCU. Rather, it's part of the SSU, or Sony's Spider-Man universe. The film was written by the writers of Morbius and directed by a first-time film director. The film stars Dakota Johnson as Cassandra Webb, Sydney Sweeney as Julia Cornwall, Isabella Merced as Anya Corazon, Celeste O'Connor as Maddie Franklin, and Tahar Rahim as Ezekiel Sims. The film follows Cassie Webb as she attempts to protect 3 young women from Ezekiel Sims, who is hunting them under the belief that they will be responsible for his death in the future. These 3 women are 3 different versions of Spider-Women respectively from the comics, but they don't have their spider powers yet in the film, and their mostly comic-accurate suits only appear in brief premonitions of the future. In the comics, Ezekiel Sims is less of an outright villain. The film character seems to adapt more of the character of Morlun from the comics, and I think Morlun would have fit better as the villain in this story. The film was intended to jumpstart a live-action Spider-Verse franchise, but after it was universally panned by critics upon release, I'm not so sure we'll ever see that happen. The film is objectively not very good, but by far my favorite part of the entire movie was when Madame Web said it's webbing time and webbed all over Ezekiel Sims. But that's all I've got for you today. I'm Kyle Hayden, and thanks for tuning in to The Final Cut.
Thanks, Kyle. As said in the movie, my mother got lost in Amazon in one of the expeditions. Well, that's all we have for entertainment today, but don't go just yet. Sports is up next. For UIWtv, I'm Case Victoria.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back, Cardinals. I'm Hannah Cash, here to bring you all the latest updates in UIW sports.
This is not what you want to see after
that close of
a game.
We started off with a brawl that left 4 UIW basketball players suspended. The fight caught on ESPN Plus coverage went viral across the internet. Tempers flared after a close game between the UIW men's basketball team and Texas A&M Commerce. After a narrow loss in a must-win game for the Cardinals, the 2 teams erupted, exchanging blows after the game during the handshake line. The fight lasted for over a minute. 8 UIW and Commerce players were suspended due to the incident. Elijah Davis was handed a 3-game suspension. Alex Addison, Gabe Benny-Till and Marcus Glover were each suspended 2 games. The Southland Conference said that the suspensions would begin immediately. UIW Athletic Director Richard Duran said in a statement to ESPN that, quote, "We will honour the suspensions handed down effective immediately. We would like to thank the SLC office for handling this matter in a fair and efficient manner. I appreciate Texas A&M Commerce Athletic Director Jim Curry for partnering with me throughout the process," end quote. Now we take a look at UIW track and field. Due to unfortunate circumstances, the UIW track and field throwing team must take extra precaution in practice. Trespassers cut the safety net, causing concern for athletes and coaches.
One of the big things for us is safety. So when a thrower throws, I back him up usually the net usually says back off 10, 20 feet. I'm trying to go more of that. It's like, hey, 30, 40 feet, because you never know what could happen. I got hit once, and I don't want another athlete to get hit again.
Despite the danger, Coach Valencia is always trying to help his athletes, even though he would rather be doing so behind a safety net. The good news is the UIW Athletics Department will provide a new facility in the future. UIW Men's Track Conference Championship for the third time in a row this year. Kyle Saraki helped secure UIW's victory by earning first place in both the heptathlon with 5,370 points. UIW dominated the pole vault event, with Kyle winning the event by clearing 5.05 metres, which was now a new PR for the senior. Isaiah Hudgens added third place finish in the heptathlon, as well as a second place finish in the 60-metre hurdles. The Cardinals wrapped up the first place title with a total of 109 points, and a huge congratulations to all those who participated. We also saw many victories for the UIW softball team. The girls went 4-1 last weekend at Campbell University, continuing their best start since moving up to Division 1 in 2013. We're having some technical issues, guys, so please bear with me. Sorry for a slight disruption. We were going on about the softball. So as we saw many victories for the UIW softball team, the girls went 4-1 last weekend at Campbell University, continuing their best start since moving up to D1 in 2013. After defeating St. Joseph's in the opening game, UIW suffered their first loss against Campbell University, losing 4-5. However, the Cardinals went on to win the next 3 games before heading back to San Antonio. Now that's all you caught up. Let's take a look at our games to watch. The UIW women's golf team are going to UTRGV in McAllen this Sunday through Tuesday on March 3rd to 5th. The UIW men's golf team are at Colin Montgomery Husky Invitational in Houston this Sunday through Tuesday. UIW baseball are at the Sullivan Field versus Prairie View A&M on March 6th at 2 p.m. And the women's tennis team are at SFA Nacogdoches on Friday, March 8th at 12 p.m. And that's a wrap on UIW Sports today. Make sure to tune in next time for UIWtv. I'm Hannah Cash, but before we close out the show, let's circle back to our social media question. For spring break, I'm actually leaving the 210 and going to Fort Worth, but I'm curious about what the viewers are doing. Emily?
Thanks, Hannah. This week we asked, what are your plans for spring break? Case Victoria said they will be finally enjoying the embrace of not commuting to work. Andre says they will be biking 5 miles to get some donuts. And lastly, Turnin will be eating and going to the gym. I will personally be going back home to Florida to finally see my parents again. Thank you for all of your responses. And that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for tuning in.
Don't forget to check out our next newscast, which will be on March 21st. We hope you had a fun and safe spring break, and good luck to all of you on your midterms. For UIWtv, I'm Matthew Faltich.
And I'm Emily Reyna, and this has been UIWtv.